First of all, I'd just like to welcome you all tonight to what is really a very, very special day. The welcome's not just from our family, it's from Dave and Fran, and just unbelievable turnout on such a gorgeous day on a Monday, which is amazing. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart to making this a really special day. For us, it really is a special day, but for me in particular, it's more special because 27 years ago, when Karen was born, she was really poorly and not expected to survive. So, to get to this day is just incredible for me. She told me at the hospital that she was a real fighter. And to be absolutely honest, that's how it's been all her life. She's just dug in there and gone for what she wants. And I really think she's fantastic. I thought she looked stunning today. But after she overcome her difficulties, she was just a normal child growing up. They've all the same problems that we've all given our parents, I suppose, but generally no problem at all. I've been told I can't say anything bad, so I've had to tear up my speech. So we're doing this as it goes. No, but even in her teens, she was a good kid, really. Never got into much trouble. Sneaked out to town once or twice of a night without me knowing, but, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. And then she decided to take a job that involved her moving away from home, which, for someone who's such a family person, such a loving child, I thought it must have been incredibly difficult to do that. I don't know whether I could have done it at that age. But one of the main memories of my life, which I'll take to my grave, was when she started work at Gatwick Airport. And I took her down there that weekend, settled her into a B&B. And on Monday morning when she started her training, I sort of dropped her off at the gates of the training centre, turned round and drove away, and seen her waving in the rear view mirror. And then drove onto the M23 with tears running down my cheeks, thinking, what are you doing? How the hell is she going to come down here not knowing anybody? But strength of character shone through, and she stuck it out. And of course she does what she does now. She flies for a living. But to be absolutely honest, I mean, she was made to do that job because she's really good with people. She's always got a sympathetic ear for anybody with a problem. Her friends and her family will tell you that. But she keeps in touch regular, without doubt. No, she does. Even to this day, she gets up in the morning and she gives me a call, just having a cup of tea, just go out of bed. So, what you're up to, gets in touch, make sure all the family's okay, always ask questions if everybody's alright. I mean, this is every day, so it feels like she's still there. And then she give me a call on the way to work, just say I'm in the car on the way to work now. I'm not kidding, is it true? And then she give me a call when she gets to work. And she's like, we're safe and sound, because she knows I hate to drive that M25. And then, of course, if the flight's delayed, she'll give me a call and say I'm delayed. And then when she lands in the evening time, she'll give me a call and say I've landed. She'll give me a call from the car on the way home. Am I telling the truth? Yes. Then she'll give me a call when she gets home. I'm home, Pops. If it's really late or early hours of the morning, I get a text, home, Pops. Speak to you in the morning. Do you know what? You people out there probably upgrade your phones when the new ones comes out. I upgrade mine because the ring is worn out. I wouldn't have it any other way, because it doesn't seem like she's hundreds of miles away. She knows everything goes on, we know everything goes on, and we just feel like we're still together. And sometimes we can go a couple of months without actually seeing one another physically, but it just doesn't seem like that. And then, of course, during the course of flying, she meets the love of her life, the man of her dreams. But she's still on sister's banging dog. Now, seriously though, for those of you that know Dom, like those who know Karen, I think they're a match made in heaven. Dom's a really caring person towards her, and wherever he is in the world, and it can be a long, long way away, Karen's always at the forefront of his thoughts. And for that, I thank him. So even coming here today, I looked at Karen in the car, it was only the two of us, and I said, I'm not going to say you don't have to do this, because it just felt right. It's always felt right. I've known this relationship for 7 years, and it just feels right. They spend a lot of time apart because of their jobs, but they tell me they have these systems which help them to get through life when they're not together, which I think is brilliant. I just think they work all day long, and even when we go and visit, you just feel so at home with the pair of them. So really, I couldn't have wished her to marry anyone better than Dominic. One little point, I'd like to tell a story about when they met. And they met on the same flight, both working the same flight. Karen's down the back, working her backside off. Dom's up front, with his feet up. And it wasn't on an exotic flight somewhere, it was a night stop. It wasn't Mauritius or the Maldives or even the Caribbean. It was a night stop to Glasgow. And as the crew do, they arrive at the hotel and they sort of get changed out of the uniforms, and then you go out for a bite to eat. And it was during that, at the end of the evening, one of the crew said to Karen, "God, you and Dominic are on really well there." She said, "You know what? I've got a feeling I'm going to marry you." And 7 years later, there you go. So it just goes to show you, lads, what a woman wants, a woman gets. I'm done now, so what I'd like to do is just raise a toast. I'll just raise your glasses a toast to Dominic and Karen. Or as we call it, Princess and Golden. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dominic and Karen.
Right, obviously, firstly, Karen and I would like to say thanks to our parents for making our special day exactly that. Thanks to Karen's family and friends for making me feel so welcome. And I want to say thanks to my own family and friends, of course, who have been a huge part of who I am and where I am. No jokes, thanks. We're both so proud and grateful that we can call them not just parents, but also friends. And even more proud that we can actually say that about each other's. The best bit, of course, is we now have another bank of mum and dad.
Yes.
Really expanding. Now, you don't want to see what we've got under it. So we've got you a few gifts anyway. Honestly, words can't do it, but we've just got you a few prezzies or something you want to do. Right. No, not yet. Stand by. Right, so mother and bride. Sit down. Started already. Mum. Gary, my golf coach. How did it go yesterday?
No, listen.
5 and 4.
You don't want to give him a microphone back, do you, mate?
Not a chance.
No.
Thank you
won't
very
see that
much.
handicap anymore, that's for sure.
And last but by no means least, the strong, the strength, Hercules. Daddy! Don't worry, son, I'm getting ready to cover. A massive thank you to all our bridesmaids for everything you've done, and I know Karen feels so lucky to have such close friends for years. What can I say? I hope you enjoyed the pearl sets that I picked out.
Beautiful.
A personal triumph, I thought, and we've just, it's only a token gift, just so. Thank you so much.
I'm videoing.
Busy.
And obviously a massive thanks to our page followers, wherever you Maxie and James.
What is that? What is
I've got to say thanks to my best men and ushers. I've known these boys most of my life. I'm privileged to have such a good set of mates, particularly Mother, and thankfully I can also call one of my best mates. And lads, just thank you.
What do you call that?
You are getting a present. Oh, you're right. There's no paracetamol in it. And just while these are going out, I have to say thanks to my champion new brother as well. It feels good to be a winner, doesn't it, buddy? It feels good. Basically, we played golf yesterday and we batted him and he won. Right, you now know how me and Karen first met, and our first day we went to London, did all the normal stuff, sun was shining, had something to eat, one of the drinks, all the rest of it. But what really got me, and what I remember so fondly, it's the fact that even though we didn't know each other that well, it literally felt like we'd known each other all our lives. There was no awkwardness, no nothing. We laughed and laughed, and it, like I said, it was like we'd known each other forever. I think it's pretty fair to say we clicked immediately, and it's just grown and grown over the years. Obviously, Karen looks beautiful. That goes without saying. Quite literally the most caring, loving, thoughtful person I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm a very happy man that I get to call you mother. And more importantly, again, I'm so happy to actually, my girlfriend, fiance, and now wife is also one of my best friends, and I couldn't have asked for anything more. And I can't wait to see what the future brings. However, I know it's something vastly different that girls call a best friend. So with that in mind, you didn't think I was not going to have got you a little treat. Did you? Yeah, did you? So, yes. James, thank you guys. And by the way, we owe someone else some money. No. The bank to mum and dad. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pass you on to Chris, who's going to say a few words. And then it's our boy, Mark, the man who confuses fact with fantasy, who's going to tell some stories about himself, and as a good lad, I said you can substitute my name for these embarrassing stories. So thank you very much for being here. Thank everyone, thank you to the venue for putting on such an amazing day, and I'll shut up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm one of Dominic's best men and a good friend of his for many, many, many years. I've known Dom and Karen for a really long time, and on behalf of them both, I'd like to ask you all to raise a glass now and toast the memory of Dom's brother Daniel, Karen's auntie Sandra, and all those close to their hearts who unfortunately are no longer with us. They are much loved and missed, and while they cannot be here in person, they are very much in our thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to absent family and friends.
Absent family and friends.
And Mark, on to you, sir.
Hello everyone, so good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Mark. I'm one of Dom's 4 best men, and I've been entrusted with the speech today. Now, in the tradition of best men speeches, you may be expecting something quite rousing, something littered with catchy one-liners. Take it from me, it's probably better we all lower our expectations a little bit. Really, don't expect any fireworks. And that goes for you too, Karen. Apart from the speech, as best man, my main duty today is to ensure Dom got to the ceremony on time, looking smart and handsome. The first of these was straightforward enough, we got here in plenty of time, a quick run through the registrar. The second, pretty much taken care of by the men's outfitters. The last, well, I'm best man, not a miracle worker. I noticed that this was omitted from the ceremony today, that Dominic Bradshaw was born on the 8th of Feb 1979. For the speech today, I thought I'd do a bit of research about finding out about some of the other significant events that took place around this time. Now, it turns out Feb 79 was quite a busy month. NASA launched a mission into space. Trevor Francis became the first £1 million football player. And the world record was broken for the highest price ever paid for a pig. £42,000. But as well as all this interesting stuff, I found out something else. And I don't know if this is coincidence, but roughly a week after Dom was born, in fact I believe it may even be the day that Fran took him home from hospital, the UK government announced that condoms have become free on the NHS. Now, I've known Dom a hell of a long time. We met on the first day of secondary school when we were both placed in Form 1C of John Henry Newman, and we've been mates ever since. Throughout school and sixth form, our friendships generally revolved around playing footy and me taking the blame for the stupid things that he did. Such as driving my new scale electrics car out the second floor window after it was about a day old, smashing it to smithereens. I've taken that one well. Breaking the light fitting in our lounge whilst practising his golf swing. Now, I'm not saying his swing didn't need work, and based on his performance on the stag do, it still does. But giving him a golf club inside the house weren't a great idea. And finally, he grasped me up to one of our friends' dads as the mastermind behind the production of potentially the most lethal mixture of spirits ever devised by 15-year-old boys. Literally every bottle in said father's drinks cabinet made a contribution to this mix. The inevitable call came through to my parents, and being the good mate that I was, I took the blame, despite the fact that I wasn't within a 5-mile radius at the time. However, on the plus side, armed with a recipe, my mum and dad haven't had a block drain since 1980. We remained close friends through uni, despite Dominic going to study in Bristol whilst I was at Loughborough. We obviously met up regularly and spent most of our holiday periods knocking about together. But I had to hand over Dom's day-to-day care to Chris, who was at uni with. Now Dom had a great time at Bristol, parties, nights out on the town, and generally acting as students do. And this does mean that after speaking with Chris, I do have a lot of stories I could share with you today. However, Dom's asked me not to reveal certain skeletons he has in the closet, which surprised me, as after talking to Chris, I'd have thought he'd been more worried about me mentioning some of the monsters he had in his bed. You haven't lived in Bristol. Now, Dom's always had grand plans. In the 1990s, he aspired to be David Beckham. Not the next David Beckham, because football is not his game. But actually wanted to be David Beckham. He idolised him all the way down to sporting an awful pair. Hello? I think we go.
Sorry, mate, you're good.
Okay,
Just stand there.
yeah, so Dom's always had grand plans. In the 1990s, he aspired to be David Beckham, down to the sporting an awful pair of bleach blonde curtains, driving a hairdresser's car, and listening to far too much Spice Girls. The early noughties saw Dom turn his attention to music, when in true David Brent style, at the end of the night, he disappeared for a few moments, only to return with his guitar and completely murder a cover of the Beatles or Tracy Chapman, telling anyone who listened that it was going to be the next big thing. And as far as big things go, after experiencing more of Dom than I'd like from the stag do, I can confirm he fails in this apartment as well. Following university, Dom landed a very good job in IT, but it became clear very quickly that he wasn't really happy, and so he decided to go back to night school and get some A-levels, which he passed with top marks. He then applied for flight school, got accepted, and embarked on his quest to become a pilot. Now, I don't mind admitting, I, along with a lot of our friends, thought this was just another in the long line of Dom's passing fancies. But as soon as Dom started his study, it was clear that he found his calling. Working harder than I'd ever seen him work before, he put in the long hours, he pulled the all-nighters, and he passed with flying colours. He's since been successful in getting a dream job flying aeroplanes around the world with British Airways, which is also where he's obviously lucky enough to meet Karen. So there I was, thinking Dom's finally cracked it. Dream job, beautiful new house that they've just moved into, and obviously a beautiful new wife. What more could he want? It was on the stag do that I first got an inkling Dom may be starting to think of a new career. After returning to the villa one night, Dom popped on a little number and gave us all quite a performance. Everyone should have a brown envelope on their table. If you'd like to open it. I don't think the Chippendales have got much to worry about. If there's not enough copies, I'm sure there'll be a few circulated later. feel free to take it home.
Can we show us that? She wants to see it. Sasha,
Before I make the toast, I'd just like to say Dom has been my mate for many, many, many years now. He really is one of the best. And Karen is as lucky to have him as he is to have her. Bearing this in mind, and being a married man myself, I just have a few words of wisdom for the happy couple. Karen, treat Dom like a dog. 3 meals a day, plenty of affection, and when he's had too much to drink, make sure you send him into the garden for a week before bed. Otherwise, the corner of the wardrobe may be a bit damp in the morning. It wouldn't be the first time. Dom, to you mate, I say, just remember those 3 little words that are the key to a long and happy marriage. You're right, love. In all seriousness, I'm sure you're going to be very happy together. You're a great couple. And I speak for everybody here when I say I wish you both the very best for your future life together. So ladies and gentlemen, if you could all be outstanding, please. Give me the new Mr. and Mrs. Bradshaw, Dom and Karen.
Dom and Karen. Woo!
Karen and Uncle Dominic have got a few words. To Auntie and Uncle Karen and Dominic, what can we say? Everyone who knows you both loves you and would like to be more like you. We are thankful to say that we have had the best day ever today. Love you. We just want you to know we love you so much and this has been the best day ever. And then he's moving back to Liverpool.
how brave would they? Round of applause, folks.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, can we have everybody to stand up, please? And we can have 3 massive cheers for the happy marriage of Carolyn and Dominic. Hip hip! Hip hip!